Welcome back, game changers. Welcome back, go getters. Let's get Instagram connected. Let's get Instagram connected. Let's go. Come on, NC. Come on, give it to me. Come on, give it to me. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, NC. Where's the live button? There you go. Good Lord. It's going to take 3 minutes. Boom, there we go. We're back, better than ever, greater than ever, more blessed than ever. Welcome back, game changers. Welcome back, go getters. Welcome back, entrepreneurs. Welcome back, small business owners. Welcome back, mid-level professionals. Welcome back, corporate executives. Welcome back. What are we doing? Why are we here? We're building out $1 million brand in business in public. As always, I'm your host as well as your guide on this thing. So I appreciate y'all. Listen, let me see. We're going to be streaming across. I already see you tapping in. What is that? Golly, I need to get my glasses down there, but I see you on TikTok. Thank you, family, for tapping in. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. What are we doing? We're building out $1 million business, family. Thank y'all for, just thank y'all for rocking with me, because, every day I got something. When I'm building this thing out, there's always something that pops up as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, that it comes across your desk and makes you pause, reflect, and kind of think about what's actually working, what's not working, all of that good stuff right there, right? So I'm Patrick Hart, in some circles known as that healthcare guy. And the intent is to build a public brand and business in public, right? That's what we're doing. We started this thing January the 11th, 2026, and here we are, June 24th, 2026. So we've been super consistent about our process and our effort. And part of that process is creating visibility for yourself, right? So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about today, because I think, man, dude, I've been in the executive rooms. I've been in the board rooms, and those people that are there, they're no smarter than you are. I guarantee you, they're not any smarter than what you are, but they just understood the strategic visibility. They understood the game better than the way that you've been playing the game. And it's the difference between you making six figures a year, you making millions of dollars a year, or you just staying broke. And that's what I like to reveal to people, because I'm tired of talented individuals and folks being stuck in the system without understanding the framework or having a playbook on how do you play the game when it comes to elevating your brand, your image, or your opportunities for yourself. So that's going to be my strong start out. I want to start out with that. Today, we're going to be streaming across Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, as well as, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. So we got the whole family in one place. Let's talk. Let me do this. Let me do this. First thing first, let me give you some love, because you guys have been giving me some love. So where's my thing at? There you go. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been rocking with me. I've been rocking with you. We've been rocking through this thing together. One of the things I'm super excited about, we're 5 days away from the biggest drop of the year, our branding and visibility $1 million playbook. To this year, we're about to change some behaviors of like-minded individuals and help them map out their $1 million brand. And it's going to be live. And I'm creating a community of like-minded support, so you don't feel like you have to do it by yourself. So what are we going to be talking about today? Where today? Drum roll, please. Let's get it. Let's get it. Boom. Let's go. Episode 118, family. 118. This is the biggest career mistake that nobody warns you about. All right, we're going to talk about that. Okay, do me a solid really quick, family, because, support is love. Love is support. Make sure this is a great time. You invite other like-minded individuals to these lives. If y'all been rocking with me, y'all know I do these every single day, noon Central Standard Time, like Monday through Friday, right? Every single day. So we're super consistent. There's somebody in your circle of influence. There's somebody in your friend group right now. They're trying to build something special, and they don't even know this channel actually exists. So do me a solid, invite them, share this, and tell them, hey, Patrick's on his live. He's spitting the game. He's dropping knowledge. He does it every single day. I would appreciate the support. So we're going to get into today's talking points, okay? Right now, the chat box is officially open. So what does that mean? That means it's time to tap in, family. You agree, disagree, there's something on your mind, you want to get off your chest, you want to show support, you know what to do. Drop it in the comments, all right? So Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Let's get into today. The biggest career mistake that nobody warns you about. And I want to make sure you understand, when I talk about career mistake, we're not just talking about you being in a corporate setting and you made a career mistake. I'm also talking about your side hustle and or your business, right? There's some things that we may have been missing out on that's going to help us get to that next level of our career success. So today, the biggest career mistake that nobody warns you about. And listen, I think there's a career mistake that nobody talks enough about. I want to talk about it, right? So make sure you invite other like-minded people. We're getting right into this. Go on your phone, share it with 3 other like-minded individuals, put it on replay. Today's going to be episode 118. And I think there's a career mistake that nobody talks enough about. I just want to shed some light on it today, okay? And I want to keep it all the way 100, like y'all know I do. I'm always going to keep it $1. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna give it to you the way it comes out, and that's how it comes out. It is what it is, okay? So I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 today. These are the mistakes, or this is, should I say, it's the mistake that I made myself. I see you, Jess. Thanks for tapping in. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. I appreciate you tapping in. So this is the mistake that I made myself. And listen, like I shared with you before, I'm not just talking about corporate careers here. I'm also talking about your business, your side hustle, whatever that thing you've been working on. This is a big mistake that I see a lot of people make. And the mistake is believing that great work, family, that your great work is automatically going to create great opportunities for you. No. Yep. Thanks, Jess. What's up? I see you tapping in. Appreciate the love. The biggest mistake, I'm going to share it with you right now because we're building out a $1 million brand, right? I'm helping people map out their $1 million wealth system. How are you building your $1 million brand, right? The biggest mistake that I'm seeing right now is believing that great work is automatically going to create great opportunities for you. Oh, family, listen, it sounds logical. I get it. It sounds logical. It sounds fair. Like that's how the world is supposed to be built. It sounds like that's the way we should actually operate with inside certain frameworks, right? But the longer I've been in business, the more I realize something is 100% true. You can let me know if you agree or disagree. Being valuable and being visible are 2 completely different skills. Let me pause there. Make sure that you process that. I'm going to say that again because I want you to agree, disagree. You can like, dislike, whatever. Being valuable and being visible are 2 completely different skills. Y'all let me know. Y'all tap in. Let me know. I see you, Nick. Thanks for tapping in, family. I see you, thanks for tapping in, family. I see you, Jess. I see you, is that Little Shep? Is it Little Shep? I guess my eyesight is not perfect, but it looked like Little Shep. I see you in there, family. You agree, Jess? I appreciate you. I see you, Mind Body Bank on Instagram. Thanks for tapping in, family. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Roderick, thanks for tapping in. Ronderick, thanks for tapping in, family. Let me say that again before we move on with today's talking points. Being valuable and being visible are completely 2 different skills. It was kind of like me being the corporate executive of a $750 million technology company, right? I understood how to move and speak in corporate language and dialect, right? I understood that. But the minute I became an entrepreneur, man, I had to learn entirely new skills that I didn't even know I needed to learn. You assume, and I'm speaking to a lot of these corporate executives, you assume that all your insight and years of experiences as a corporate executive is going to help you be the best entrepreneur possible, right? It doesn't work like that. Not an entrepreneur. You have to learn and map out a whole new set of skills that are going to be completely different from what you did in your corporate career. And so I shared that with you before. Being valuable and being visible, they're 2 completely different skills. We always have to learn new skills, especially when it comes to personal branding or amplifying your business. So here's the message we have today. I see you, Exxon. Thanks for tapping in, family. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Here's the message. The market can't reward what it can't see. Let it sit for a second. I say it again. The market can't reward what it can't see. Let it sit for a second. Process it. Breathe through it while you're thinking about it. Think about it. The market cannot reward what it can't see. In the hustle world, in the world of hustle, you know what we say? Closed mouths don't get fed. That's what we say in the hustle world, right? In the corporate world, what we would say is strategic visibility creates the right opportunities. Both saying the same shit, whether you're hustling or in the corporate world, strategic visibility is what creates the right opportunities. So when you're building your brand, we're building our $1 million wealth system, we have to insert the visibility formula into the process if we want to get to the next level. Again, if you're hustling to get your promotion, or you're hustling to level up your side business, or you're growing your $1 million brand, strategic visibility is what creates the right opportunities. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. I see you, Jazzy. I see you, Kimberly. I see you, Guide. I see you, Troy. I see you, Clark. I see you, Shadana. Who was that in there? I see you, DM. Thanks for tapping in, family. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. So let's get into it. Yeah, I appreciate the love. Everybody's tapping in already. Yeah. Listen, before we go any further in here, y'all know we got two big goals this year. The first big goal, we're building out $1 million business, $1 million brand. We're doing it in public. Like I'm doing that in public with your assistance as well as your insight and help, right? So I become the proof point that you too can build out your $1 million brand and you can do it in 12 months. The second big goal is we're building out a 50,000 member ecosystem inside the newsletter. Today we have over 7,000, but the goal is to get the 50,000. Okay. What does that mean? That means we build our own ecosystem of a support system. So many times as an entrepreneur, small business owner, mid-level professional, you're hustling to get to the next level. The difference between you elevating and staying stuck is usually your network. Imagine if you had an ecosystem of like-minded individuals. Their aim is to support you getting to that next level. Imagine if you had the playbook and the framework that actually, it doesn't give you more information, but tells you step by step, hey, this is what we need to do so we can get to the next level. That's exactly what I built in the branding and visibility $1 million playbook. So do me a solid. Sign up for the newsletter if you guys haven't. There's a QR code. There's a floating banner. You can go to the link in my bio, or you can simply type newsletter so you can be the first one to get dibs on the branding and visibility $1 million playbook. Now, the first drop, I'm going to limit it to the first 250 because I need to support people when they're adopting this new framework and strategy. So you want to be on the inside. If you're not joined, sign up for the newsletter. You're not going to get access to it. So it's totally up to you. Let's get into it. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. What software is this? Good question. I'm using Restream. No, what am I leaving? No, I'm using StreamYard. So StreamYard allows me to stream on all of the platforms at the same time. So you may want to tap into that. If you slide in my DM, I give you a link. You get to a percentage off. And then, of course, I get something back in return. So hit me up. It's StreamYard. StreamYard is what I'm using. So what did I believe early in my career? That's a good question, right? Early on, I believed, and I'm like many people, all right? So y'all listen to me. Early on, when I started my career, I believed, you know what? Results would be enough. Y'all heard it before. Work hard, bust your ass, deliver value, stay focused, and then good things will eventually happen. Y'all heard that before? Work hard, bust your ass, deliver value, stay focused, and eventually good things are going to happen. And to be fair, if I'm being 100%, to be fair, sometimes it does. Like sometimes good things happen. Sometimes they truly do. Sometimes they do. I noticed the word is sometimes. But every now and then, someone's going to get lucky, which is cool, right? But you and I know, we know this from hard work, the efforts, the time that we put into building up our brands, building up our businesses, building up our reputation. You and I know that working from a place of luck is not a strategy. It's a happenstance from all the work that you put into working through your strategy. So you're going to get lucky by strategically working on a framework that makes you visible. But we're not relying on luck to be the strategy. Y'all understand that, right? So Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. I see you, Kenneth. Thanks for tapping in. I see you, Beauty. I see you. Is that Zyla? I see you, Mocha. I see you, DFAR. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, is TikTok. Don't forget the comment box is open. So you agree, disagree. You want to add some value. You want to support it. Do me a solid. Slide it in the chat box. So you and I, we're not working from a place of luck. We're going to be working from a place of strategy. So something I started noticing, people with similar skills that I had, people that looked like me, like they were getting different outcomes than what I was getting. And I was like, dude, what's going on? I see you, Den. I see you, Den Dory. Thanks for tapping in, family, on Instagram. I see you, Newman. Thanks for tapping in on Instagram, family. I see you, Latoya. Thanks for tapping in, family. And I started noticing something. People with similar skills, they were getting different outcomes than what I was getting. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I mean, excuse me. Man, listen, we're grown adults here. I can cuss here. Plus, I'm a military guy, so you got to excuse me anyway. So we like to cuss anyway. And it's not because, it wasn't because they were better than what I was, family. That wasn't the case. It was simply because they were more visible than I was. And the observation, like once I start understanding the game, the observation, it started changing everything for me. And so I want you to think about your place of work. Think about the people that you work with. Think about the people that you surround yourself with. Think about the times at work when you've seen somebody, they got promoted, they got elevated, they got amplified, they got recognized. And it was simply because they were so visible, or they got elevated because they became so visible, it became impossible for you to ignore them. Like, think about it. Those people at your work, they got promoted, they got amplified, they got the next position, all that, and you look at them and you like, dude, he's no smarter than me. He didn't go to school any longer than me. She's no smarter than me. She didn't go to school any longer than me. Like, I've been here longer. Loyalty, you think loyalty is going to pay off, and it doesn't. And then those people, they get promoted, they get amplified, their business begins to grow. All of that. Why is that? So many of us, and I work with these people. So many of us, we say, oh, it's self-promotion, or it's brown nosy, or you know what, he's up the boss's ass, whatever that happens to be. You know what I call this today? I call this strategic visibility, family. Thank y'all for tapping in. I see you, Ina. Good to see you back, family. Yeah, good to see you back. I see you, Angela. Thank you. I see you, Legend. I see you, Indiana. I see you, Sabeth. Thank you for tapping in. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. So let's get into it. Dude, a lot of us, y'all say this. Y'all watch somebody with your same skill set, your same education. They look just like you. And then they get promoted, they get amplified, they get recognized, they get elevated, they start getting paid when it should have been you. And you're like, what the hell? Why is it not me? Because they started understanding the game, how the game is played. That's what I'm breaking down in that branding and visibility playbook. This is no more about just giving you information. Now it's about giving you the framework, giving you the steps. Do this, do that, do this. If you do these things in sequence and then we stay consistent with it, we're creating our own luck. That's what we're doing right here. Like, it's not self-promotion anymore. It's strategic visibility. So what visibility actually does? That's the question. Before I get into this, thank you for the feedback and love, Ina. I really do appreciate that. You guys do me solid, because we're probably about 5 to 7 minutes. Y'all give me about 5 or 7 minutes talking points. I'm going to get you out of here. Go on your phone right now, invite 3 people and say, hey, listen, Pat, he does this every single day, Monday through Friday, noon Central Standard Time. He created a playbook for branding and visibility. The whole goal is to help us get unstuck, get to another level that we haven't been at, right? Help us change our circle of influence where we can actually start creating freedom for ourselves. Help us create that generational wealth system. That's what we're doing here, family. We're creating our own community. So I got 2 goals. Share this with other like-minded individuals and sign up for the newsletter right now. We're 5 days away from our biggest drop of the year. 5 days away from our biggest drop. And I'm super excited about that, right? Because I know, and I'm going to limit that to the first 250 people, because we're talking about a strategy that's so clear that it's going to absorb a lot of my time to make sure that we're implementing some of the things that you're going to be learning on this process, right? So sign up for the use the QR code, go to the link in the bio, sign up for the newsletter, see you on the inside. So what visibility actually does, okay? Who else is that tapping in? I see you 3 dots on Instagram, family. Cleopatra, Tip Top, I see you, family. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Let me say this. Visibility isn't about attention. And I want to say that loud and clear. It's about awareness, because I work with a lot of high performers. I also work with a lot of introverts. And a lot of introverts, especially the introverts, they have a hard time creating the right visibility for themselves, because they're so good at their job. They're head down performing, but the people who matter never actually sees what they bring to the table. Only thing you ended up getting additional work, because you're highly valuable at work, but you're not valuable enough to move the needle in the organization. And then you end up staying stuck. You're like, what the fuck? Why me? What's going on? Visibility isn't about attention. It's about awareness, family. So I want to break this down. People need to know this. Who you are. They need to know what you do. They need to know how you think. They need to know what problems you solve. I say that again. People need to know who you are. I see you, Cleopatra. Thanks for the love. I see you, TC. Thanks for tapping in. I see you, King Clifford. I see you, Andrew. I appreciate the love. This is what people need to know when we're talking about creating visibility for yourself. Again, whether you're angling for that corporate office, whether you're trying to grow your side business, or you're trying to grow your personal brand, where you're trying to get to $1 million in revenue on that thing that you're building, people need to know who you are, what you do, how you think, and what problems you actually solve. We need to understand that. Jerusalem, welcome back, family. It's good to see you. It is good to see you. Much love, man. You consistent, so I appreciate that. Thanks for the love. I say this: it's not ego, family. So get out of your head. It's not ego creating visibility for yourself. It's positioning. It's positioning. And a lot of people don't understand how to position yourself. So what I did is I broke down the framework in the branding and visibility $1 million playbook. I'm going to limit that to the first 250. If you're not on Insight, you're not going to get access to it. So listen, a lot of talented people avoid visibility simply because they think it feels self-promotional. And I'm going to say that again. A lot of talented people, they avoid visibility simply because they think it's self-promotional. Meanwhile, less qualified people, they're getting opportunities simply because they're easier to find, or they've added so much value that they became undeniable and simply clear the front runner for that next opportunity. The question is it you? How many opportunities are we missing out? Are we simply waiting on luck? Are we simply thinking that just because I show up every day, people are going to see me for what I bring to the table? They're going to tap me on the shoulder. They're going to promote me. I'm going to get elevated. I'm going to get recognized. I'm going to get amplified. My salary is going to change. Dude, we're in 2026. You still playing that same game that we did back in 1996. That's 30 years ago. So we got to adopt a brand new strategy, a new simple formula to get to the next level. I see you, Larry. I see you, Rigger. I see you, Ronica. I see you, Cleopatra. I appreciate y'all. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Y'all give me 5 minutes. I'm going to get you out of here. I know I said that 5 minutes ago, but y'all know I like to talk. So y'all let me talk. Let me get this off my chest. Let me get it out of here. All right, so y'all give me 5 minutes. Invite other like-minded individuals to these lives as well. Y'all know I do this every single day, noon Central Standard Time. So why does this matter more than ever, okay? I see you healing between. Thanks for tapping in, family. Why does this matter more than ever? Today's economy, y'all need to understand this. We're in 2026. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I'm not breaking any news you've never heard before. I'm not even gonna share something with you you've never seen before, right? Other than the playbook, because the playbook has the framework in it. Millionaires follow a playbook, family, while everybody else, they're simply trying to work hard and hope that they get lucky and then they get elevated or amplified. Today's economy in 2026, what it rewards is communication, the ability to articulate your value, the ability to build trust, the ability to establish credibility at scale. That's what today's economy recognizes. And it's extremely important. I'm going to say this. It's extremely important at the executive level. There's so many like-minded individuals in this chat, so many like-minded individuals that follow me. They want to get amplified. They want to get recognized. They want the six-figure job. They want the $1 million brand. They want the $1 million business. But you haven't learned how to create the right strategic visibility. And it's so important at the executive level. That could be a separator between you and anybody else as you're angling to get that promotion, as you're angling for that six-figure position. You have to be able to articulate your value. You have to be able to build trust. You have to be able to establish credibility at scale. Notice I said at scale. We're not talking about your peer group where you manage 5 or 6 people. I'm talking about across the organization that impacts 250 to 1,000 people. That's scale. I'm not talking about just because you've been working 10 years at a job, now you're going to get elevated because you created visibility. Sometimes your opportunities happen outside of your circle of influence, outside of your network, right? So that's why we want to create the right visibility for ourselves so the right opportunities start coming our way. That's why personal branding matters more than ever. And again, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs. I see you, Ina. I see you, Miss Bandy. Thanks for tapping in. I see you, Najola. Thanks for tapping in, family. Yep, I see you, Dewan. Thanks for tapping in. Always humble. I see you, family. Who is that? Band account. I see you, family. And then was that Mama something? I see you on there. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Who else I have on here? Let me make sure I get all my shout outs. Oh, Nikki. I see you, Nikki. What's up, Nikki? Nikki on YouTube. Nikki Narcisse. Narcisse, what's up? It's good to see you, family. I always like your smile too, by the way. You got a great smile. I just want to point that out there. You have one of those smiles that you can feel your energy when you're smiling. So that's lovely to have. I just want to point that out there. Listen, family, this is why personal branding actually matters. It's not because everybody needs to become an influencer. And y'all sitting here and you say, Patrick, you create content all day. So you're a content creator. You're an influencer. Yes, this is what I do, but I'm doing this for like-minded individuals to help them understand there's another level of success and then map out the playbook for how do we get there. It's not because I want you to become influencer. It's because everybody, listen to me when I say this, everybody benefits from being understood. What the fuck did he? Everybody benefits from being understood. That's what visibility does for you. It's a framework to make sure people understand who you are, what do you do, what value you provide. Yeah, always. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, Nikki. Yeah, great smile, by the way. I see you, Seller. Thanks for tapping in. My Muslim, I see you, family. Fit 50 Dance, I see you, family. Carl, I see you, family. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, is TikTok. Let me say that last part again, because I'm about to land this baby. I'm about to get you guys out of here. Some of you are missing this. When we talked about visibility, it's about creating opportunities for yourself. The visibility gives you the benefit of having people understand who you are, what you bring to the table, your tone of voice, what you have to say, and then the impact that you can actually make. That's what visibility does for you. Remember, closed mouths get fed. Strategic visibility creates opportunities. I'm about to land this baby. Here we go. I see you, Lynn. Thanks for tapping in. I see you, Sally. I see you, family. Thanks for tapping in. So before I land this baby, we had two big goals this year. We're building out $1 million business in public. I'm your host as well as your guide. I'm Patrick Hart. Get to know me if you guys haven't. There's two links in my bio. There's two links in my bio. One is my personal webpage. You can get to know me, my impact, my mindset. You can get to understand, where I came from. You want to check that out. Or it's www.patrickhart, like Kevin Hart, patrickhart.me, www.patrickhart.me, or sign up or let's do this, sign up for the newsletter, because we're 5 days away from the biggest drop we had all year, which is our branding and visibility as $1 million playbook. I'm going to limit that to the first 250 because I can't help everybody, but I understand there's some people like we're stuck. We want to get to another level of influence. We want to create freedom for ourselves. We want to take 3 or 4 vacations a year because that's what I do. If we're not doing that, there's another level of freedom that you can actually get to. So here's the biggest career mistake that nobody warned me about. Wasn't working too little. Okay. So the biggest career mistake that nobody warned me about. I see you, Karen. I see you, Robert. I see you, Corinne. I see you, Lynn. I see you, Sally. I'm about to land this baby. This is episode 118. 118. We kicked this thing off January the 11th. So we've been super consistent, right? You guys have been super supportive along this journey, and I really do appreciate it. We've grown exponentially simply creating visibility. And probably another episode, I'll probably give you a recap on what we've done so far, like how much we've accomplished together so far. One of the things that I'll pop out, I say this because y'all know I stream across all the channels, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. But right now, my strategy has always been early on, the first 6 months has been about, we're only focused on one platform. We're only focused on one platform. We're only focused on one platform. What does that mean? All the content that I've been putting out there outside of the streams has been on LinkedIn right now because I wanted to dominate that platform first and then use the same framework and strategy that I created to dominate LinkedIn to transition to other platforms as well. So already just in 90 days, just in the last 90 days, we're at 1.2 million impressions over the last 90 days. And that's from a simple framework that I inserted on LinkedIn that's been driving like crazy, right? The follower growth has been crazy over the last 6 months. 6 months already. I think we're close to somewhere between 8,000 and 9,000 new followers already just in that short time frame. And again, we have our target audience. We're strategic business. So it's not like just any and everybody is following us. These are like-minded individuals. So the formula, the strategy is actually beginning to work. But again, the biggest career mistake that nobody warned me about, it wasn't working too little. It was assuming visibility would happen automatically. I see you, Lisa. Thanks. What's up, Lisa? I see you, family. Thanks for joining. I see you, anyone who. I see you. Thanks for joining, family. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as LinkedIn, as well as TikTok. The biggest career mistake was assuming visibility would happen automatically. I made the mistakes. What I'm trying to do is shorten the learning curve for so many other like-minded individuals out there. Whereas, what if I just had a playbook that I can simply insert, and then I can start revealing some of the results that I was looking for. I created it. We're 5 days away from it, right? So the biggest drop. Assuming visibility is going to automatically create opportunities for you, family, is a mistake. It doesn't. Visibility is built intentionally, consistently and over time. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you there's a get rich type of scheme. We're not doing that. The here is to give you the formula how to consistently become visible enough where opportunities start coming to you versus you chase them. I've had so many opportunities already, right? And I think once we start understanding this, it changes the game. It reveals, it unlocks another level. It's like playing Super Mario. You're like, dude, can I get to that level? Yes, there's another level you can get to. We just simply unlock the code. And that's the reason I started building this thing publicly, because I see you. I see you. I am you. That same person, just like you. We may not look exactly alike, but the hustle is the same. The idea that, you know what, you can dream and dreams come true. The idea that you can create freedom for yourself, for your family, when they open up the refrigerator and they leave the milk out, you don't care how long they left the milk out, because guess what? I can go get some more milk, right? When they leave the AC on all day long, you're like, dude, turn off the freaking AC. What if you don't have to worry about that and you can be comfortable in your own house, right? This is what we're talking about. We're talking about creating freedom. What if I don't want to work a 9 to 5? What if I just want to work 2 or 3 hours a day? Guess what? There's a formula. There's a playbook for that, right? And so I want y'all guys to tap into the branding and visibility $1 million playbook. It's dropping in 5 days. And I think that understanding, it changes everything. Listen, I need you guys to understand something. That's the reason why I built this thing publicly. I'm not going after the light. Now I'm in front of these cameras. I'm not going after the light. I'm creating the light. That's a difference. That's a difference. This is why we're doing this thing in public. Y'all let me get the big head over there. Y'all didn't even say anything on that second camera right there. Come on, man. Y'all know that camera right there be zooming in. Come on, fix that camera. There we go. Come on, y'all got to say something. Y'all know when that camera zoom in like that. Y'all got to, Patrick, you got the big head again. I see you, Ghost. Thanks for tapping in. I see you, BB. I see you, Lisa. I see you, Najola. Thanks for tapping in, family. So let me land this baby. I'm going to get you guys out of here because I think we're right at time. We're a little bit over time. I'll say this again. I'm going to get you out of here. I'm not going after the light. I'm creating the light. And that's a different strategy when you're talking about creating visibility for yourselves. Family, we're 5 days away from the biggest drop that we had all year. We got over 7,000 people in the newsletter. We're growing at the 50,000. I would love your support. I would appreciate your support. In fact, I value your support. So see me on Inside. Check out my my links in my bio. I got my personal webpage. And then also I have access to the newsletter, which you can get access to as well, or simply slide in my DMs and say, hey, Pat, I want to access to your newsletter. I'll make sure you get your personal invite as well. Family, thank y'all for rocking with me. I really do appreciate y'all because y'all let me come here. Y'all let me vent. Y'all let me say what's on my mind. Y'all let me share my frameworks and thought process with you. And I really do. Same time, same energy, same place tomorrow. Y'all know what to do. I see you then. Be safe, family. Keep hustling. Let's get it.